you wanted to ask me some questions about Tarabi.
Yeah.
Before that, do you wanna
Yeah, I can
continue
remember
again?
vividly. So I wanted
Okay.
to ask you a lot of questions about Tarabi and
Okay.
related to those kind of
Yes.
things. So
Yeah. Proceed.
yeah, so in Tarabi, people do hadar, like people do try to recite the Quran fast. What do you think? How much fast should be?
Yeah. It varies because mosque to mosque vary, hafiz to hafiz vary. But at least your word should be understandable for the general people. Second thing is your your pronunciation, your word, and your from one jumping one ayah to next ayah. It should be smoothly. Like if someone asks, okay, like if someone recited like Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu ista'inu bis-sabri was-salah innallaha ma'as-sabirin wa la taqulu liman yuqtalu fi sabilillahi amwat. This kind of like if someone ya ayyuhalladhina amanu ista'inu, this kind of tilawa is not acceptable, and it's I think yeah, it's obvious Allah will not accept those kind of tilawa. And I wanna give you an example. In my recent I have I like I went my village mosque, and I went there, and then I in Tarawih Salah, the imam just was performing so rapidly, much rapidly, that I couldn't like I understand, but he was performing like that. Just some bullet train is just going, and then he's like he will miss
There's
the
some
train.
hurry. Yes, some hurry.
He's in hurry and rush, and he will miss the train, and
Yeah.
then he would have to finish the tarawih. So this kind of tarawih will not be accepted. But Allah knows the best. But because I don't find them interesting, I don't find okay. It should be fulfilled in my heart, and I should enjoy the tilawa. But that kind of what kind of tilawa? What is this? So it's and when he is in tashahud, he was in tashahud. So he takes 10 20 seconds to finish his tashahud. So even because general people are not much like are not faster,
Yeah.
so they will perform, they will recite it slowly. But uh, people would not people can't tell, could not tell, because they want to just finish, and they just want to go to their house,
Yeah, true.
that kind of things.
I mean, even
So
if there is some people who want to make it slowly, they will not make their voice because there are a lot
yeah,
of people who are
yeah,
will backlash.
the supporter is less,
Yeah.
and yeah, the supporter will be less, and yeah, people who are very much keen to, okay, I will this year I will perform tarawih, and I will understand each and every single word of Quran. I should understand. People goes to the At-Taqwa, that kind of mosque, because their their tilawah style is like much more slowly this perform, and then understandable. So if someone wants to enjoy the Quran,
You can continue.
so enjoy.
Yeah.
It should content. You should get the contentment for in your heart, fulfillment in your heart. So that yeah.
Okay, so I even face those things in various mosques. So when I go to my village mosque, in village mosque, this is like same. All the people, all the Habicha always try to like recite Quran fast. I don't like this aspect of reading Quran fast, but when I see somebody who's when go to any mosque who recite Quran slowly in their prayer, I feel good and I feel more. I can able to put more attention while I'm praying.
Yeah, it's
So
true, true.
so you have been doing the Tarabi for maybe 9 months. You told me before
9 years.
sorry 9 years.
Yes,
So it's like 1 decade.
it's going to be 1 decade. And
Yeah.
do you want to any kind of
Yeah.
ceremony?
So you're going to give me ceremony because after 10 years or 10 years you'll have like end up some 1 decade. So you should give
Yeah.
me treat a lot of big treat.
Yeah, yeah, inshallah, I will do that for you, basically. But you will not invite
You
much more
should
people.
put this in your manager's resume that I have done one decade of therapy. Don't underestimate me.
Don't underestimate my yeah, but it's like fun. But some I this year I am just thinking about that. Okay, I started 2016. Then like, how many years I have performed? I would never think like, okay, how many years I have performed. And this year just I recalled, okay, my journey. Then what? 9 years have passed, and I not even know. Like after few days ago, I have finished my hibs. Just 9 years have gone. How fast time flies.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, time just is going.
Yeah.
After 9 years, I will again will say what 18 years
18 years.
have gone.
You'll have
Vishnu?
kids.
Oh,
We'll have
what?
kids. Like they will.
You will have kids, obviously.
What about you? Won't you have kids?
Okay, then.
Okay, so
then
I want to
continue.
ask more question about Tarabi. So, what are the techniques do you use in Tarabi to perform better?
To perform better. So there's I would I would basically follow a lot of techniques. I would basically make. It's not like okay, everyone do that. Everyone does it. It doesn't like that. So I made for my own. So in my tarabi, so first of all, when I would perform first time, second time, third time, then I was more like I was thoughtful much more about, and I was very what I can say, like okay, I should not mistake any word, and I was more focused on each and everything. But nowadays, what has been that okay, now I'm like okay, 9 years have passed, and I'm like okay, when I just read and one page, okay, it's like I will be able, and I performed well in the therapy. Not like that I made mistake, not like that. I'm still now I didn't any mistake, any major mistakes in the therapy. So yeah, it was like big achievement for me. So yeah, so what kind of techniques I use? Basically, while learning the pages in the hibs, so while there I would follow a lot of techniques. So while learning, but when I'm going to perform tarawih, so I have to recall that okay, I have organized my pages. Okay, in 10 rakat I have to recite 10 pages. So okay, then each and every page is this kind of thing. But what I can do is this special. I think no one do that. That I I intentionally make that okay. This I will give tam. I will give the
More,
high pitch, low
yeah.
pitch. Okay. I will go more slowly, and people that can perceive the ayah it
Their
can
heart,
enter in their heart,
Yes.
so that I can intentionally I do that.
Yeah.
And in each and every page I will break down into three part.
Yes.
So like if let's say an example, if one pages contains 7 ayah or so 8 ayah, so 8 ayahs I will break down into three parts. So it's will be needed at least okay 9 ayah if I say like 3 ayah 3 ayah 3 ayah.
So, yeah, I can able to guess this. Like people do this kind of thing in their prayer, I mean Tarawih prayer. So I also see people have like they do certain ayat, maybe 20 ayats in one rakat. Is it mandatory to have like 20 exactly 20 ayat
No, not
or
at all.
10
Not at
ayat?
all. If you okay, there is a
Perform one
no,
rakat
not
or
at all.
two rakat.
Not at all. Not at, if you like okay, if you recite 2 pages in one rakat, and next rakat you perform 1 ayah, it will be okay.
Okay.
Yes, okay. Like how many rakat? Your 10 rakat you have to finish 20
Is
page.
there any sunnah right there?
Not like that. No, not at all.
Okay, so
So
let's
yeah, similar you can say like okay, first rakat it should
be
be
longer
bigger,
and
be longer
yeah.
than next rakat.
Rakat, yeah. Also, do you have any funny moment or interesting moment in
Yeah,
the Tarawih?
in the Tarabi there are a lot of funny moments I can recall. So when as I'm like when I'm in imam, when I'm imam, so I'm like in front of the a lot of people. So I can when I'm in the tashahud, so many people after finishing their tashahud attahiyat they call says because they have finished that and I have to finish that. So I have to finish my salah.
Yes.
So they give you a hint
So
by doing that.
yeah, sometimes
So
you do slowly. So do you find anything that people tell you you need to
go fast.
do fast or recite the Quran fast because they are so much tired
Yeah,
that
not that I didn't find anything because I'm always believer in moderate. style. Sometimes, yeah, I have some tactics like in one page all the ayat I would not study like slowly. Some ayat is harder. Some ayat is like okay, then if I recite slowly, then I'll get into problem in this ayat. So I should read fast.
Yeah.
So I just go fast. And in Samaya, it's so much easier. Then I should go slowly. So that kind of techniques I use. Like fast, then harder, like okay, then I should go faster. I go fast, and it's every happy do that. Put in some harder, then they go faster.
Okay, so recently I went to a masjid. It was good mosque, and the imam was good. The hafiz was also there. Two hafiz, including imam. So they were using a technique which is like they were performing first 12 raka with longer ayah, or you can say in long period they are reciting the Quran, but for the next 8 rakat, like 20 minus 12, 8 rakat, they are performing, I mean they are shortening the ayah. So which is kind of good techniques for the performer who is behind.
I also utilize that in my
When they are tired, so they can able to get it done,
Yeah.
even though they are tired.
Yeah, true. I also use that because I want to my musalli
Yes.
them easier and just cozy, and they like okay, they feel that okay, next at least six rakats will be shorter,
Yeah.
short, and then okay, we should finish our 20 rakat tarawih. So yeah,
Yeah, making it shorter, making the ayat shorter. I mean, the period of
Like fast-
time period of ayat, reciting the ayat.
at least okay, I'm saying you like if someone performs tarawih like okay, if I perform tarawih, okay, in my portion I will get 10 rakam, okay, and then I will get 10 pages, okay, I have to perform, I have to read 10 pages. So in first 4 rakat I will what are you what's like what logic say like says like that you
Yeah,
should
that's true.
one pages in one rakam, 10 pages in 10 rakam, but I will perform 4 raka in 8 page I can, or like 7 page. So next 3 page I go shorter because the length is equal, because I'm giving the most lengthening, I'm giving it I am lengthening the process
Yeah.
past 4 rakat.
Yes.
So people might be thinking okay, just 4 rakat has done, but when they will get next 6 rakat, okay, it's shortening, it's going to shorten. People don't think okay, time they don't focus, they just focus on the how many rakats are there, how many rakats like okay we have to perform. Well, just focus. So when you will give the vibe of shortening, and they will eagerly to perform the tarawih more, but time is constant.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, like I think doing shortening the ayat is not as bad as reading fast. Like I mean, no, I'm not saying bad. I mean, it's a good approach to
True.
make sure than reading fast.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like uh, you are not giving the value of the Quran. You are reading fast. You are not giving actual value to the
I agree
Muslims.
with you. Yep,
So,
I agree with you.
what are the other experience? Do you have any other experience? What you can share? What you have? I mean, experience in throughout
Yeah,
9 years.
in different Ramadan I have
Then make it
experienced.
short. Like,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. In different Ramadan I experienced different things.
Yeah.
So this Ramadan, okay, I can tell you one experience that I have performed my tarawih, but it's so much easier to perform because why? Okay, one experience I would like to share. So there are a lot of nights. Okay, like in this Ramadan, basically it occurred that there are so many.
Thank you.
Wait. Okay. Today it was raining, and it's not heavy. It was heavy raining. It's cats and dogs, you can say.
You can talk. I will leave.
Okay. No, it was heavy raining, so I had to come. And sometimes one bad experience of my life. While coming to the hostel, then the thanda. the storm was just hitting the ground, and I'm in the rickshaw. And I was obviously, I my cloth had been wet, and then I came to the hostel. I saw like a current was not there, and whole night current was not there, and like whole my field was full of water, and then I didn't find. Okay, when I went to eat, there also a shortage of the water, shortage of electricity.
Okay.
Electricity was not there, and next day also current didn't come. So next day also current didn't come. So those like subsequent day current didn't come. So I had to come out from those hostel and went to my brother's when he lives there. So I had to go there. But whole night without electricity, without anything, I had to keep, and I felt how time is not going. I am alone. None was like, okay, I have to talk, and then electricity is not there, so I am alone. I have to finish my all the things. So not finish, like I have to how to pass time. So like then I felt okay, yeah, like electricity, mobile, all the things just they takes time from us. They
Yeah.
take time from us
Yes.
easily, so we can't get the baraka.
True. Thank you. Jazakallah khair.
Jazakallah. Oh, never there are so many.
We are lucky guest.
Ah, okay. I wanna ask. Hmm? Okay. So in this Ramadan, how many mosques have you experienced to perform Tarawih?
Let me count.
Hmm. Yes.
I guess 7.
Why didn't you come in my mosque? In my.
I I wanted to come, but I told Salim Bhai, as he suggested me, if you feel comfortable in Zotapur Mosque, you can complete your Tarawih there. I said, okay, maybe he's not trying to tell me that you should come.
Oh,
Or even maybe it's more beneficial for me to stay there. Yes, maybe it was good.
beneficial. I'm not telling you beneficial. I'm like experiencing.
Okay,
One day it's not like not big deal. One day.
it was like house.
My wife.
Okay, okay, we can take. There is other.
Okay. Okay. Then, well, have you like performed 20 raka?
Uh, I guess I have performed 20 rakats for 10 days, not consecutive 10 days. Say like partial. I mean,
First to 10. 20.
yeah, past 20. Yeah, 1 to 10. I performed with enthusiasm. Like because in those time the imam was good. The recitation was really good. Uh, I went to B block masjid. I prayed full total 20 rakat because I can feel it and I love it when the recitation is good, when the ruku and the sajda is good. And I went to other mosques like Zotupur. This was also good. Uh, and I also went to, but the bad experience I find is in Upajala Mosque, the ideal mosque, I would say.
I didn't go.
Eh,
I didn't go.
I went to see just how the mosque is built by the authority and the government. But I went there, I've seen two imam. They are like so fast. They just like have the hurry maybe sometimes. And I was outside the mosque, and one of guard, I would say, maybe not guard, caretaker. He's like, why you are doing here? Come to there.
Mosque.
I handshake with him, and he pleased, like, oh, how are you? Like, okay. I want to just see the place. And after that,
Yeah.
he was cursing everybody except me. He was saying, okay, you can see the place. And
He thought, okay, you came from London, just visiting the mosque, and you just handshaked with him, but in general, people doesn't do that.
Yeah, doesn't do this. And I find handshaking and maybe mulakat or maybe going for extra, like uh, taking extra, uh, I would say extra, like you put more effort to uh, greet with him.
Intimidated.
Yeah, this make a good relationship with anybody. Maybe it's is unknown, anybody. If you do handshake, the perception of you after seeing for the first time will change absolutely. He will
True.
become your friend.
Body touch is much more
Yeah,
much more important, and it gives you
it's a sunnah. Right.
yeah, it like your body, like okay, someone touches your body, like he's so much closer.
Mm.
So yeah, he's closer. Okay, then boom. So let me ask you another thing. So Ramadan has passed. Passed away. So I think before Ramadan you have planned a lot of things, and how many portion you have finished or completed, and how many portions are left. So how do you evaluate your those things, and what you can do better, and what you have done, and you are proud of yourself that you have done.
Okay, so if I start from the very beginning, beginning was so much good. Like I was reading tafsir, I was doing extra salat, I was performing full tarabi, I was doing nafal, sunnat, everything for the maybe 10 days. For the first 10 days, it was really good. And I was like I'm doing the hawk, not fully, but I'm trying to do the thing. But after 10 days, it was like there was exam in my university, so there was some hurry, like I had to study, I had to do this. And what we do is we study before after like the exam night. So it was always like we were in hurry, like I missed like some sunnat, not faraj. I've never missed any faraj in the Ramadan, but I missed some sunnat, which really feel me. I regret it. Like I missed some of sunnat, and I missed like the vibe of Ramadan. Sometime for some time. Let's say I went to university and came back to I'm tired. I'm taking after taking the iftar. I'm maybe I'm in bed doing nothing, and uh, the exam throughout those exam times it was not productive that much. But after the exam finished, I determined myself, well, I need to do something, I need to change myself, uh, I need to dedicate myself for Allah. uh, I was preparing to attend in itikaf, but when I came back to home, I saw my dad went to the calf already, and I had to take some responsibility as I'm the only one who's living in the family as a male. I'm the only one at that time, so I had to take the responsibility and to take care of them, right? So I couldn't make it, but I made it in this room. I was praying. There was this Jainamas there. I was praying sometimes, and nobody was watching this. You know, it was good feeling for me, and I performed some of Nafal there, so it was good. And I prayed. I recite Quran, and I also I was it was good when the Ramadan when the Ramadan come, you feel less uh, intimidated by shaitan. So, or the shaitan, you feel little waswasa about shaitan. I think shaitan doesn't give you any kind of waswasa in shaitan. What you do is you do your habits, what you build in 11 months. You do what you have made your habits. If you make your habit very bad, then this is going Ramadan is not going to help you anyway, because you have done something wrong and you are trying to change. Yes, you can maybe change, but the habit will keep you down. So I was trying to put focus on Ramadan, and as I have done 10 days, the habits was changed. like I was not consuming any kind of like YouTube or any kind of background music, background music, uh, which helped me to be focused on Ramadan. And I also perform some general studies like related to coding and my uh, work. You know what? So I've solved some of, I have done some of my red lines. I've completed, but it was good feeling, and I find a lot of time in Ramadan than other days when that there is no Ramadan. So and when I was performing the last day of the Ramadan, it was like in a Fajr. So I was like thinking, well, this Fajr could be my last Fajr in Ramadan, and after this Ramadan, maybe I would, I should, I don't want to miss the Fajr, but maybe I would miss Fajr, and I was crying in a Fajr prayer. It was, and somebody was right behind me or beside me, and he was like, okay, he's. I was like, also fully crying. Then after finishing the salah, I went outside and I was washing my yeah, eyes. It was good feeling. Although I was crying, but it was good feeling. One of the best feeling I find in Ramadan. And then yeah, the Ramadan was good, but I could have done more better. I guess if I rate out of 10, I would give uh, like five would be, even I would do less than five. That was it.
Take your tea fast.
Yeah.
And yeah, you gave a long explanation. So yeah.
Is it what tactics or something like this? You are trying to ask
Yeah,
me question
yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
was trying to consume more.
Yeah, it was tactics.
I fail it. I failed it.
Not yeah, tactics. I just when just food has come, and
Mm.
I all the questions I just
But I have already taken
thrown
the
out.
most, I mean, I would say, delicious thing.
Yeah, it is just thing have eaten. But it was like okay, yeah. Well, that was much more delicious than this. So yeah, but also I didn't miss. I ate a substantial portion of
Mm.
that of shingara.
Yeah.
So yeah. So then you can drink tea. You may ask something,
Okay.
and I am
What
going
was
to.
your overall experience in Ramadan? This Ramadan. How was the
Okay.
productivity?
Okay.
While
This Ramadan, basically my day revolves around Tarawih, basically. So in basically 17th Ramadan. Okay, I should say it nice way. 17th Ramadan, till 17th Ramadan, I had to do classes in the medical, and after the classes started by 7, 8 o'clock, and then 8 to 2, you have to attend in the classes. So I had to do that. So after coming from the college, and I'm just exhausted. I was just exhausted, and sometimes I don't feel like just taking sleeping, and asar perform prayer, and then and my tarabi study I had to do that. Then yeah, after asar and after maghrib I had to prepare my tarabi's things,
so
tarabi study.
you were like, you used to take preparation before.
Obviously. So, but this times I had to take preparation less because I was so much confident about myself because my Quran yad, the memorization skill, because continuously I have been performing for 9 years. So continuously, like the study, the Quran just set in my heart, in my mind, so that if I repeat one page in one time, then okay, I will be okay. Then I have to okay, one times I have studied okay, another time I should study. Then 2 or 3 times if I do that, okay, it would be okay. But if I compare with you, like I would perform from here, I would 10 times, 20 times I would read.
Because he was like first, the
Yeah, it
first
was
period.
like fast period, so then I had to do that. But nowadays I not don't need to that fast. If I read two or three, then it would be okay. I am confident about myself that I will be able to perform Tarabi. So it was like Tarabi. My day revolves around the Tarabi. One thing. Second thing is, I would communicate. I used to do communicate with Salim almost majority of the day. I used to communicate in English. So he first of all first 12 Ramadan, 12 no, no, 12 para like 10 9 Ramadan he continued with us. So he performed 12 para. So then we used to finish and then we used to walk in the road street and talking in English, communicating in English in various aspects of things we would discuss, and yeah, we would share our knowledge. So it was like okay. Then I used to spend 1 hour with him. Then I used to go to my hostel. It would be 12 or more than 12 o'clock. So then I used to saw like see like my friends there would play cricket in the hostel, and in the night 11 o'clock 1 o'clock they would
Did you used to play?
this night I didn't play because I would study basically for myself. I would study. If I get time, then okay, 1 or 2 hour I would study, and then I sleep. Okay, because 8 o'clock I have to wake up, and then I had to go to the college. So in my mind, it was there. It was. So sometimes I would, yeah. What I regret about, I do not regret. I did mistake that sometimes I'd make, I'd convince myself. Okay, I have Tarawih, so okay, I can give bunk. I can bunk the classes. So sometimes I would not go because I have what, how many things I should do. One thing people basically
You
do,
at the
but
time,
I,
yeah.
how many things I should do. I am doing one thing. Okay, it's okay. If I bunk classes, okay, it is not. It's okay. Not. It's not. I did not mistake. But it like if it was, but it was like I'm just destroying my time because if I would be able, I was able to go to the classes, but I look, I take some more sleeping time. I have
Yes,
therapy,
yes,
so by excusing those therapy, I used to sometimes I used to miss the classes. So it was like okay, it was a bad thing. And then in the therapy, the most hardest thing is doing 9 to 10 to 11. um, we used to go to the hospital. Then there was 1 hour we used to do medicine.
Yeah.
So medicine. So then there are a lot of people. There are a lot of people are there, and the hottest thing, the the environment was hot. So 1 hour you have to pass there, and you have to stand up. We had to stand up there, and we had to take classes from the teachers. So and environment was hotter and much more. So then when I will come out from this world. So I would always think I just went to the and I would stand up just behind. Okay. So yeah.
Do you want to continue this session with? Do you want to continue this session, like the recording session?
Okay.
Okay.
We may continue.
Okay. So
Okay.
what
Oh,
are the,
another thing I
what
wanna
are
ask.
other thing we can discuss?
Okay. Another thing. Okay. Another thing we can discuss about. Okay. We can discuss about something that is not attached with in our studies. Okay. So it is like in your opinion, what do you think?
Okay. It can be complex.
It can be complex. Just
Okay.
you will give some opinion
Yeah.
about the topics,
Random.
random topics. Yeah. So yeah, basically you know something about this, and not much more, but you know, like
Yeah.
you have knowledge about that. So we would basically it can talk about space,
Space.
because I think you have an interest about this subject. So one thing, one have said that if you wanna be wonder, sometimes you feel not depressed, okay, let's say exhausted, and not kind of doing getting motivation, getting into a discipline. So or some, yeah, depressed like that. So you should take two things in your room. You should take, yeah, obviously as a Muslim we will study Quran and those Quran obviously, But if you want a realization, the creation of Allah. So Allah have said, okay, in خلق السماوات والأرض اختلاف الليل. So you should focus on, you should look for, you should focus on, you should think about the creation of Allah. So you can buy one book which is anatomy.
Anatomy.
It's anatomy books. So and you will see that how many words Allah has given in our body, how many veins and arteries which are not like twisting in our bodies. It's not twisting. Like if I do like do that, like just you kept on that, that it will immediately it will kept twisting, and sometimes it's harder like to solve to the entangle those wires. But in our body there are crore, crores of wiring Allah has given in your body, but it's not twisting and entangling each other into. So there was if you study not anatomy, like okay, if you not, you should not be a medical student to study anatomy. There will be a book, there will see, you will see some pictures, picture wise pictures, some anatomy books. So you will see the picture and then you will realize the things. Okay, this is my body, this is the organ Allah has given. So you will realize how little you are, how Allah's creation you will understand. And yeah, and second thing is space. Those are correlated, because if you deeply focus on your body, then you will see the in your cell what is the made of.
It's made of.
So what it looks like, it looks like space. Space also looks like, and in your body if you go to into deeper in your body structure, then you will see the whole space same structure. If you can take the picture with the telescope, by telescope
Maybe,
you can take picture.
But there is
There is the same similarities between those things, two things. So space is one thing, it gives you so much little, like sometimes feel like I have to make it and I'm bigger,
Yeah.
and sometimes it feels. So when
When
you
you
think
achieve
about that,
something good, you
yeah,
feel like, well,
it feels
I have achieved something.
yeah. But
But-
I'm nothing. When you will think about the creation of the last planets and galaxies, okay, like do you know like what's the distance between, how much difference between Earth and Mars?
I guess it is. Wow.
Six
16 lakh.
six crore or something, 6 lakh kilometer something. So yeah, and then okay, then a lot of this black hole and how it works, and if you study like okay, not going into deeper, just
Do you
surface
think
level.
black hole is real?
Yeah, obviously, why not?
I have some confusion about this.
It is mentioned in the Quran also.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
If you can say like, إذا وقعت الواقعة, you read about
Okay. So.
واقعة.
So.
And recently an image has been discovered, has been shown to world scientists. The image have shown to world that black hole,
Yeah.
the real image you can see
Okay.
that take.
Okay. So.
Have you got it?
So can you? Okay. I know a bit about black
Should I
hole.
explain
but,
about black hole?
but I feel that those things are.
Unimaginable.
Unimaginable. How
And-
they know that this thing work like that?
Oh, these things work like that. You are telling me, okay. Basically,
Like, they do just assume that this thing will work like
no,
this,
no, no, not at all.
or
Not
they
at
will
all.
just.
It is equation. I think every scientific things, basically, they are not capable to go there and to see there with their eyes. It's not possible at all. So the things, obviously, there's a lot of things they assume. Also, equation plays important role. So like Einstein theories, and it's Einstein theories, you can now you can see, like you can tell, okay, let me give you, you give me the main what I can say, you give me the demo, real demo, but he won't be able to give you a demo,
Okay. So.
because it's like okay, it's unimaginable things, true, but he gives you like true logic, and with logic he will do some equation, hardest equation, he solved, and scientists, as the world has shown that okay, this is something, and they made analogy, some analogy.
This can be true or this can be false.
Yeah, this is true. Otherwise, he would not get the Nobel. So
Mm.
this is true, and it's like if as a Muslim, if you think it is mentioned in the Quran also, the theory of relativity. You can say black hole. You can say I can give you a reference. فلا أقسم بمواقع
Okay, you
النجوم.
can give me the
I
reference
made
after
videos. I
the
made videos about the black hole, Quran and Bigga. So I can give فلا أقسم you can memorize this.
yeah.
فلا أقسم بمواقع النجوم. So here is فلا أقسم معنى أقسم أنا قسم أقسم أنا قسم. It comes from the قسم. بما نجوم is taraka like like sun, like sun,
moon and this kind
not
of
sun kind of things.
kind of like light.
Sun
Sun, okay,
nujum,
sun, okay.
like not sun kind of things, like is similar to sun.
Okay, so that's
Okay, so sun is a taraka, nujum,
yeah.
a star, and then he gives, yeah, obviously he gives the light. فلا أقسم بمواقع النجوم. So in there is a place Allah is Allah has taken a qasam, nujum. He doesn't take the qasam of nujum. He took the qasam of bimawaqi'. That means where taroka. That means where star.
City-
Stars
position.
just fall into the somewhere,
Okay.
into the place. So if stars die, where they fall
Black hole.
in the black hole. So Allah is bimawaqi', and it's a place. It's the uqu', and it's a deeply place. There stars when will die, then it will fall in. So Allah has taken the qasam of taraka, nujum. So yeah, obviously there are so many research about this ayah. I have read some books about that. فلا أقسم بمواقع النجوم. There is a reference I have given you, and you can take you can also do some kind of
فلا
research.
أقسم بمواقع
It's a
النجوم.
waqia.
Okay. I will
So-
I will try to explore. Okay,
you'll
you can
explore.
give me the reference. Okay, I can explore in the
إذا
internet.
وقعت الواقعة, is the last portion you will get. You will
Yeah.
give. You will get
Yeah, okay.
the last portion. If you read that last page, last page or before the last page, then you will get the ayah.
Okay, so do you want to shift the conversation toward other thing? I can ask you or you can ask me.
Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about going to abroad or traveling as as a topic.
Okay. One thing. Have you seen Interstellar?
Yeah, I have seen with you, I guess.
No,
Interstellar.
I didn't
There
see.
was a boy. There was a father who were with
But, yeah.
his sister. And
So there is a concept. Are you clear about black hole concept? Do you wanna know more?
I know. I know. I guess if you tell me, maybe I can recall it.
Okay. Do you know what's the relationship between time and space? If I think about black hole,
Yes.
so there are times how it works.
Maybe you can explain.
Okay, I think I can give a simple example so that you can understand. So there is a boat in the river. There is a boat in the river. So the boat, there is a huge tide. Sroot tide is coming towards the river, towards the boat, and the boat is going to the
Sliding.
this pathway. So if I think the time and what I have said, time and place,
Space.
time and space,
It's time and space.
time and space, yeah. So when sorry, time and gravity. So I mistake.
Okay.
Have mistaken time and gravity. I wanna explain that. Your tide is like your gravity, right? When tide is more, gravity is more, then your boat, like time, time is flowing, like your boat is flowing.
Yeah, time will.
Time I am representing as a boat.
Yeah.
Okay, then there is a huge tide is coming towards the boat.
Yeah.
So when huge tide is coming, when huge gravity is coming, then boat is going slower,
Slower. Yeah.
right? So So when gravity is much more, then time is slower. So there is a similar analogy I can give you. Example as a black hole. Black hole also works like that. Like same analogy. Their gravity is much more, right? So time goes slower. If you go to the black hole and you live for 1 year, the one day you might have seen you might have seen like, okay, 7 years 10 years have passed in this world. It is possible because here time goes so much slow because gravity is much more. Have you got it?
Okay.
Sometimes, okay,
Yeah, I've seen the
sometimes,
Interstellar. Yeah.
yeah,
I can recall.
sometimes gravity is like, okay, you have to, you should not go, like even you should not go to the nearby the black hole because gravity will eat you.
Yeah.
So you should utilize other pathway to go another planet, another galaxy.
Yeah.
So here is the black hole. Okay, this area I should not enter.
Yes.
Not his nearby, not much more distant. You should maintain.
Yes.
That is the thing. So it's much more interesting. Wormhole concept, I think I have said you earlier. Wormhole. Do
Yeah.
you know what is wormhole?
Wormhole. Okay, you can explain.
Okay, it is quite easy. So there is a wormhole is the bypass route. So from one galaxy to another galaxy, you need to go there for at least one lakh years is needed.
Okay.
So you will not get that life.
Yeah.
So how to go there? Then there's scientific. There's a concept. It's not proven, but there's a concept that wormhole is around the world. It lives there, and what is like it connects through the galaxy to galaxy. It connects,
Okay.
and like, okay, from one galaxy to another galaxy we need 1 lakh year, but by wormhole
Wormhole.
we need to go there at least 1 month.
I
We
think
can go.
I've seen this in the movies. Like
Also.
when they go there and they
So-
put somewhere.
So do you know like what's the example the in real world example they have shown in a paper?
In a paper.
Have you remembered that? Like there is a like one galaxy. There is a one galaxy. So wormhole what he made that like
Yeah.
he just banned the
Yes.
then this galaxy this distance like it reduces.
Yes.
So that's why like, okay, there is so this kind of theories like it nice to hear.
Mm.
So yeah, yeah. Now I'm reading about oceanography.
Oceanography.
Oceanography just
Like-
started. So there is a three types how renewable energy is. Scientists are thinking about renewable energy from the ocean, just using the tide of the ocean.
Mm.
And obviously there is a. I'm just amused, like how scientists, like from the water, they're making electricity. This kind of water we are getting from electricity. How?
Because there is energies.
Yeah, energies. Then how? Do you wanna, if you can explain about that? Something like, okay, what do you think about?
So we know the old style energy producing I mean electricity producing. They used to put some fan or type of like this kind of thing. And
What
there was-
kind of? I wanna ask you what kind of main theory? If you wanna tell you in 2 lines.
Okay, so the thing that you are getting is energy. You are consuming this energy to you are saving their energy.
So this is the main theory.
Yeah, this is energy.
Like you are getting energy from the
Environment. I mean,
water. If I
Yeah,
give you
water.
if I give you the water,
water is.
how from the river you will get the energy?
So
If I use pond, won't I get energy?
yeah, no, because there is no something. There is nothing moving. So if there is nothing moving, there is no energy there.
Okay, in the river, I think there's much not more moving. You will see, like, okay, in the river,
But if
Kondofuli river,
Yeah.
they are using for producing electricity. So how do they do that?
I guess they do this by utilizing the force that they are getting from the water.
Force.
Yeah.
Water.
When
Who is giving the force to the water?
so by naturally it's the water is falling to some places, so it's going to this
Water
place.
is falling.
Yeah. I guess falling. There is some lower place, and the water is coming from upper place.
higher place,
Yeah.
upper place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
This kind of thing. So what is called in scientific word, scientific yeah, scientific paribhasha, scientific things. Okay, in Bengali you can say Biyo Shakti.
Dev Shakti. Okay, yeah.
Biyo Shakti, Gati
Good
Shakti.
Shakti, yes.
Like potential energy, kinetic energy,
Thank you. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So there is like they are making it like okay, high to low, the flowing of the water from higher level to lower level. So by using this flow, they are using turbine and just
Turbine, yes.
turning, just what I can say, gurano, what I can round it,
Circling itself.
circling or whatever. They're making the energy. The song. This is the thing that they're using the potential energy, Pure Shakti and Gati Shakti. For that reason, they're making the no amount of energy.
Energy.
Okay.
So do you think it's more like it's a huge energy they can get, or it's like
Yeah.
less?
Today is I think most of the energy we're getting from the water.
Isn't it from the gas that we use to make produce electricity?
What?
Gas, like biogas or something like natural
I
gas.
think water is much more. It's like for environment. It is like
Eco-friendly.
eco-friendly. Yeah, eco-friendly.
But I guess we are taking more from the gas by using gas. We are producing electricity.
Yeah.
This thing are working in a working field. It's not
Yeah.
in a regular basis we are using the electricity. Yeah.
So yeah, when I am what a kind of this kind of topics I am studying in the SOS, and they are
Okay.
so like different topics they are
So
discussing.
it's like potential energy, kinetic energy.
They are yeah, no, they are no. I would know about
You
this.
relate. You can relate, right?
I would know about this when I would study physics in 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay. Okay.
There is a book,
See,
physics.
yeah.
This kind of things would be there. So,
Yeah.
but
True.
oceanography, yeah, I'm studying in the IS books. And there is a 10 questions, and then you have to solve about this.
Okay.
So,
So if somebody have no clue about what is oceanography, they can able to answer those questions.
yeah,
Okay, so
how do
why
that?
do you need good preparation about
Okay.
this topic?
Okay. Basically, they will basically you have to listen what they are trying to say. There will be some questions, like 10 questions will be there, and then in listening module they will tell you have just fill up the gaps. So in the listening they are telling you, and just from that list from the telling you will pick up the keyword, and just it makes it for you fill up the gaps.
Okay, so
Already
if you have
they will
some,
tell you.
uh,
Yes, if you are good at listening, then you will be able to
okay,
answer
so
the questions.
let's say you have some pre-knowledge about the concept that they are describing.
It will be
It's
more useful.
easier for you.
It will be more useful. Yeah.
Okay.
Catch the word.
Yes. Okay, I understand.
So if you like, if someone's like wants like just solve the questions of the
Cambridge.
Cambridge,
Yeah.
then he would get so much knowledge about research, different topics,
Okay.
and you can't even imagine like always. And sometimes we pick up some books and want to get some random knowledge,
Yeah.
but it's much more like you, as well as you are taking preparation about us, and then as well as you are gaining knowledge,
Yes.
and which is much more interesting. And reading part is much also. It is like okay, so I'm research like I'm just wondered like how coffee discovered, and they're starting the coffee from the Europe,
Yeah.
and why industrial, how it turned into the, how it was first of all it was most costly, then it's going to a cheaper, how it turns into the cheaper, and then how it comes into the South Asia, and then it turns to the around the
I
world.
can remember the story of coffee. There was like a lot of trees who in Brazil, I guess. Like Brazil, I guess the most of the coffee.
I
countries.
forgot.
Okay, uh, so there were
Arab, I think Arab kind of things they have discovered firstly.
okay for the first time they discovered.
Yeah, Arab countries they have discovered.
Okay.
And then like some wealthy person they
Yeah.
would take coffee.
Coffee.
Not normal people would can't couldn't take
But there
coffee.
there were not that much shortage of coffee, right?
I don't know, like wealthy people afford it, and the much the coffee's value was like much more, like more. Normal people can't afford it.
Yes, we should take coffee because we can feel like there were time people is to rich people is
Yeah.
to take.
When you will know the history, then yeah, realization will come.
Yeah.
So true, and normal people couldn't afford. When I read this line, I would think how, and its price was so much. It was so much expensive. Yeah, I now I'm not. Yeah, obviously when you take coffee, obviously like coffee, it gives you a vibe like you are rich.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically, normal people gets take
Tea.
drinks tea.
Yeah.
So when you they will hear okay you are taking coffee, then they presumably they
Think
as they
like
assume okay
you
you
are
are richer,
rich.
right?
Yeah.
Sometimes I see your message on WhatsApp group on friends.
Yeah.
You do reply,
Yeah, I do sometimes reply with maybe with some fun. I try
but
to,
would they relate it? Would they able to relate?
did I the
My
any mistake
okay, not
or
mistake.
anything that happened in front of your eyes? See,
No, not at all. Like you have no, I'm not at all. I basically I would think like okay, Islam would not give any kind of message because yeah, maybe he can obviously you can give, but you can give some lessons about business to the people. When I come to the okay, he will give some techniques or hacks about business to the people. So, but I was wondered okay, Islam is like making fun. So that kind of and sometimes I like okay,
okay,
he's
so
not serious all the time. Sometimes he does fun. But once upon a time, we would do much more fun.
yeah,
Guy
it
where
should reduce. I'm trying to do like relationship cannot be like the good relationship doesn't mean you do lot of fun and I don't think we do lot of fun, but we do good things that make us feel good.
yeah,
So
true.
it doesn't necessarily have to be funny.
Shmam,
Yeah.
what time is now? 9. I should go back now.
Okay, so
And
my mom is preparing the dinner. So
if
after taking dinner, I will drop you to your towards your home, and I'll come.
not home, not needed.
Okay, I can give
Bajar, you can
you
give
Abra Bazaar.
Nabra Bazaar, you may give.
Okay. Okay, let's end up the meeting.
Okay, Nabra then, yeah, you not Nabra
Thank you for
you give.
giving me time to express my thought.
What access?
I'm the guest.
Oh.
So you can also tell.
Okay, then I think you mistook one word. You are yeah you are it's your house, right?
Okay.
So I you invited me. Thank you for that. So please carefully carefully like save it.
Hopefully, Salim bhai would see and Salim bhai would feel bad about it.